Most creators chase views, but views aren't loyalty. Views are curiosity. Loyalty is identity. People don't subscribe to channels, they subscribe to versions of themselves. They're not thinking, I love this video. They're thinking, that's me. So if you've ever wondered why someone can have millions of views but no real community, this is why. And let's talk about how to turn strangers into lifelong fans for your channel. Loyalty starts when people see themselves in you. It's that invisible bridge between content and connection. When someone feels like you represent their future self, trust happens instantly. And trust is the foundation of loyalty, of loyal fans. I've studied dozens of creators. The ones with the most loyal fans didn't always have the best cameras or edits. They had the strongest reflection. People followed them not just for what they taught, but for who they reminded them they could become. So let's break down how to build that level of connection. Step number one is what I like to call the mirror effect. Make them see themselves. Your biggest fans don't just watch you, they recognize themselves in you. So we follow identity mirrors. We're drawn to people who express what we already believe or hope to believe about ourselves. So how do you build this with your channel? You first identify who your audience wants to become, not just who they are now. And you use you language more than I language. Turn stories into reflections, not monologues about you. Show the messy middle and not just the polished moments. For example, one of my clients started opening videos with, if you're the kind of person who, and her retention jumped 23% because viewers felt seen, not sold to. If people start commenting, this is exactly what I needed today, that's reflection. Once they see themselves in you, your next job is to stay consistent enough for them to trust that reflection from you. Which leads us to step number two, the familiarity loop. So you want to be predictably human. Loyalty comes from repetition, but not just repetition of content, repetition of emotion. People trust what feels familiar. Every video should carry the same emotional rhythm, whether that's calm confidence, grounded clarity, or high energy inspiration. So how do you do this? You choose the emotional palette of your channel. Two feelings your content always evokes. For example, ambition and clarity. Keep the tone, pacing, and presence consistent in every video as much as humanly possible. Use recurring phrases or visual cues, which become like your emotional signature in your videos. For example, one of my phrases is, if I can, you can, provided you're ready to do the work. So if I could do YouTube, so can you, if you're willing to work for it. Another example would be Ali Abdaal has a calm tone. Mr. Beast has a chaotic tone. Both work because they're predictable. You know you're gonna go to Mr. Beast's channel and get crazy chaos, right? And you also know you're gonna go to Ali Abdaal's channel and get calm, strategic advice. If someone can describe your energy in one word, you've built emotional consistency. Once they trust your tone, you can earn their trust through truth. Which leads me to step number three, the vulnerability edge. Authority meets humanity at this step. You need to show proof and imperfection. Perfect people inspire envy. Real people inspire loyalty. Vulnerability doesn't weaken authority, it actually grounds you in it. So how do you do this? You share lessons that you've learned on your journey. And you can use phrases like, what I wish I knew then that I know now. And you mix expertise with humanity. You talk about the doubts, the screw-ups, the near quits. For example, recently I've shared on my YouTube channel a video about how YouTube had me on my knees. And that video went viral for me, not for the tips, but for the truth and the lived experience that I was sharing in that video. When people start saying, I trust you, you've hit the vulnerability edge. And now that they trust you and your story, you then need to make them feel a part of it, which leads me to step number four, the inclusion trigger, which turns viewers into participants. Because loyalty deepens when people feel involved with your channel, not just entertained by it. They don't stay where they feel like spectators, they stay where they feel seen. So how do you do this on your channel? Well, you use collective language, we, us, our, together. And you feature your community with comments, screenshots, Q&As, etc. Or you give your people a name, like builders, creators, the tribe. For example, a self-development YouTuber I coached renamed her audience to Shining Stars. It creates inclusion, a club-like atmosphere, like they're one of the in crowd, and it makes them feel part of something bigger than themselves. So if viewers start using your group name before you do, you've built belonging. Now that they belong, your job is to reward that loyalty, which leads me to step number 5, the reciprocity loop. Give more than you take. Loyalty grows when generosity is unexpected. Most creators focus on extracting attention. The great ones reward it. And you can do this by surprising your fans with shout-outs or DMs or free bonuses or personal replies. Or celebrate their wins publicly more than your own. When fans say you actually care, you've closed that loyalty loop. And that's when followers stop being numbers and start becoming part of your family. The real shift happens when you stop chasing views and start building belonging. Fans don't come back for more information. They come back for connection. They could get information all day long with ChatGPT. When you reflect who they want to be, when you show up consistently, when you make them feel seen, you stop running a channel and you start leading a movement. You're not just building a YouTube channel, you're building a community. People want to belong to that community. And by the way, speaking of community, if you haven't joined the Creator Boost Tribe community, it's my Skool community that's free to join. It's full of amazing people growing their voice and movement with YouTube. There's a link in the description below, and you most definitely should join now. Next up, watch this video to get more clarity on how to structure your YouTube videos for engagement and keeping people in your videos. See you there. Bye for now.